sent me a confirmation. Yeah. I'd like to call to order the council meeting, 41st meeting of the 40th Council, April 22nd. First order of business is a moment of reflection. Okay, thank you. Next is additions and approval of the agenda. Moved by Councilor Shine, seconded by Councilor Knowles. Resolved that the agenda for the 41st meeting of the 40th Council be approved as presented. In favor? Carried. Next order of business is disclosure of pecuniary interest and the general nature thereof. It can be declared now or at any time during the meeting. Number 5 is minutes from the previous meeting. Moved by Councilor Shine, seconded by Councilor Knowles. Resolved that the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting held April 8th, 2024 be received and filed. In favor? Carried. Next is the minutes from April 8th. Moved by Councilor Shine, seconded by Councilor Knowles. Resolved that the minutes of the 39th meeting of the 40th Council held April 8th, 2024 be adopted as written. In favor? And lastly, the minutes of the special meeting, April 15th. Moved by Councilor Shine, seconded by Councilor Knowles. Resolved that the minutes of the 40th meeting of the 40th Council held April 15th, 2024 be adopted as written. In favor? Carried. Is there any matters arising out of these minutes anyone would like to discuss? Okay, hearing none, we'll go to Public Works Airport Waste Management. Moved by Councilor Zacharias, seconded by Councilor Knowles. Resolved that Joel Hayes be hired as Public Works laborer. In favor? Carried. Moved by Councilor Knowles, seconded by Councilor Zacharias. Resolved that Mackenzie Bode be hired as Public Works laborer. In favor? Carried. Next is Fire and Property. Moved by Councilor Zacharias, seconded by Councilor Shine. Resolved that Bob Nault be hired as bylaw enforcement officer on a contract basis. In favor? Carried. Next, we'll move to Community Services. Moved by Councilor Johnson, seconded by Councilor Knowles. Resolved that bylaw number 13-24, being a bylaw to enter into an agreement with the Minister of Transportation for dedicated gas tax funds for the public transportation program, be read a first, second, and third time and finally passed. In favor? Carried. And next is moved by Councilor Knowles, seconded by Councilor Johnson. Resolve that Council authorize Community Services Manager Haney to contravene Section 8 of the hiring of relatives and hiring of the hiring policy to hire Danica Haney as pro shop attendant. In favor? Opposed?
I'm sorry, in favor. I'm sorry.
Carried. Next is number 8, supplementary committees. Atikokan General Hospital Board, Councilor Knowles.
Thank you very much, Mayor Ferguson. Attached are the minutes from the January 31st meeting. That is some time ago, but there's really nothing of note to report to council. I would just highlight that on page 8 and 9 that things are running well. There's a good complement to staff. A number of changes that were made on the new hiring of the CEO have been implemented, and the board is very happy with the performance of the new person running the hospital. And that on page 8, just note that there are some issues with funding, but that's an issue that's being felt across hospitals all over Ontario and is being dealt with at the provincial level with the ministerial contacts. So hopefully we can get some resolution on that. But otherwise, if there's any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Any questions for Councilor Knowles? Okay, hearing none, I'd just like to say that I sit on the DSAB board and I hear some of the issues that some of the other municipalities are having in the Rainier River District, and we're very fortunate to have what we have at the Atikokan Hospital, and appreciate what we have in our community. So thank you for that, Councilor Knowles. Next is clerk's correspondence. request to fly the flag from community living. Clerk Bates.
Thank you, Mayor Ferguson. We have a request from Community Living Atikokan to fly their flag as May is Community Living Month. Christy Gushlak would like to fly the flag for the whole month, but our past practice is for 1 week. So she's in agreement to fly the flag from May 6th to May 10th. And they are having a brief flag raising ceremony at 11 a.m. Monday, May 6th with some staff and members present. So this is an invite to Mayor and Council, as Mayor Ferguson has agreed that he will say a few words. So if anybody would like to come, we're going to be doing that on Monday, May 6th.
Any questions for Clerk Bates? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on to Rain River District Social Services Board. And this is an invitation for the annual general meeting. It's being held Thursday, June 23rd at 1:30 in Fort Francis. The invitation is open to any council members that would like to attend that meeting. It's in one of their facilities in Fort Francis. So that's Thursday, May 23rd at 1:30 p.m. Information's in your package. Next up is Northwestern Health Unit. Councillor Zacharias.
Thank you, Mayor Ferguson. You can all see the media release. This has been ongoing since August, looking into the feasibility of a voluntary merger. Both the Northwest Health Unit and the Thunder Bay District Health Unit have voted to not move forward with the voluntary merger. A few of the main points was, like from the study, was going from 19 to 34 municipalities if there was a merger. Going from just under 200,000 kilometers squared to just over 400,000. But there were some positives. We're furthering conversations of collaboration, but we are not moving forward with the voluntary merger.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Zacharias. Any comments, questions on that? I was fortunate to be selected for the for a round table with MNP discussing these this possible merger, and everybody, all the mayors that were on the call were all unanimous in agreeing with the health units that it's just too big of an area to be covered by one health unit, all the way from the Manitoba border to Marathon, I think it is. One of the things that stood out was when COVID did hit and there would be an outbreak at one end of the region, and if we had one health unit, whatever happened in Marathon could affect what happens in Kenora, vice versa. It's a long ways for people to travel. There was a lot of reasons why it was not warmly received. So, yes, Councillor Knowles.
Thank you, Mayor Ferguson. Councillor Zacharias, is there any worries from either of these health units that there might be an involuntary merger based on the results of this process?
So far, it's been presented as a voluntary merger. So we are now presenting our decision back and then going from there.
Thank you. I wait with bated breath.
So I hope we're not volunteered or voluntold, but we made our opinions very clear on that. And that brings us to the end of our meeting. Moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Councillor Knowles. Resolved that this meeting do now adjourn. In favor? Carried. Thank you, everyone.